The hashtag Never Again movement is spreading across the country like a crazy wildfire, and the leader of that movement, David Hogg, is becoming the new savior of the Democratic Party. He is their new poster child when it comes to pushing new gun legislation. Is their movement embedded in a deep-rooted value system, or is it just a ploy for something else? I'll let you make that decision. But if there's anything that the liberals and the Democrats hate more than liberty, freedom, and Donald Trump, it's that of a little thing called facts. The cost of an AR-15 in this country ranges anywhere between $1,200 and $2,000, while the cost of a handgun costs anywhere between $350 and $800, give or take. This current movement is calling for a ban on the AR-15, or as they like to call it, the big, bad, scary assault rifle. They claim that nobody should have an automatic weapon in this country, but in all actuality, an AR-15 is far from an automatic weapon and fires much like a handgun. To obtain an automatic weapon in this country, it costs upwards of $20,000 and $1,000 more in licensing and permits. Okay. So let's say the hashtag Never Again movement is successful in getting laws passed that ban the AR-15. They think that this will actually reduce the amount of guns that are in circulation in this country. It'll do exactly the opposite. Currently, there are between 5 and 10 million AR-15s in circulation. And don't you think as soon as there is word that a new legislation or law is going to be passed to forbid American citizens from obtaining these weapons, that there's not going to be a mad rush on the stores to buy up as many as possible? And even after this ban goes into effect and you can't get the weapon anymore, those same people who were going to take the $2,000 to buy an AR-15, don't you think those same people are going to go out and buy 3 or 4 handguns for the same exact price? I mean, it goes to show, at least it seems like, that the very movement they're standing for is going to do just the opposite of what they say they're standing for. Alright, it's now that portion in the videos where the liberals need to strap on their safety harnesses, try and put on their thinking caps, and not be so scared of the word facts. In 2016, there were roughly 38,000 gun-related deaths in this country. 2/3 of those were suicide. Over 300 million guns are in circulation in the United States, but there are over 5 times more murders by knives than by rifles. The US has the highest gun ownership rate in the world, but ranks 28 in gun murders. That's an average of 2.97 per 100,000 people. And listen to this one, hashtag Never Again movement. Handguns are responsible for 80% of mass shootings in this country, not AR-15. So what is really your agenda? I think we all know. Between 1993 and 2003, gun ownership increased by 56%, all while gun violence decreased by nearly half. And since 1960, nearly all mass public shootings have occurred in gun-free zones. Surprise, surprise. From 2013 to 2015, the 6 states that banned open carry experienced higher rates of police deaths. 86.4% of the 20,000 police chiefs and sheriffs in this country are strong supporters of concealed carry, and that same percentage is also against stricter regulations on guns. And Switzerland, which has a population of about 8 million people with about 2 million guns in circulation, and they have pretty limited gun legislation, they have a nearly 0 gun homicide rate. These are just a few facts out of thousands of facts that disproves what these kids and liberals are calling for. Why is it that after a shooting like this, liberals instantly blame the object and not the person? Why in society do we blame the drunk and not the car? Why in society do we seek help for the drug addict instead of banning the needle? Why aren't the liberals pushing for car control? Because it's convenient in their everyday lives. It's a freedom that they enjoy. Just as the right to bear arms is a freedom for a law-abiding citizen to enjoy. It's a constitutional right. If you let them take this freedom, if you let them take this liberty, if you let them take this right, which one will be next?